Hey, good afternoon, YouTube. I'm just making a talk through about my channel and some of the projects I've been doing. So the first thing is making a video like after a certain amount of subs, maybe 100 every 100 subs. I'll make a video at this point because I don't have Patreon right now or like a bank account, which I could probably track with my laptop. If I had Patreon and things going, and emails and printers and, just like an office situation, I would make a video every day. That's how kind of like things are arranged with the devices. But for now, since I don't have it, I just turn on the Wi-Fi on my cell phone that I'm using as a camera, and turn on the Wi-Fi and use a tablet to watch YouTube and make a mixtape. So I'm gonna make a random video. So I'm at mixtaping. So I'm gonna try to show you guys what I've got for mixtaping. So I got this stereo deck, and it basically, I could boost up the volume. I could turn up the volume on the tablet to like 9, and use the input level to make it loud, and I just record it onto a cassette. I clean them. I clean the heads like anytime I can, like every 2 weeks, and I've got this nice shelf speaker system. It's also made by Panasonic, and I think it has air ports. And this is the stereo that it works. It's a double deck. This is basically used to play. These shelf systems are basically like small stereo systems with a 5 CD changer, a radio, receiver type, and cassettes can so they're basically better than a boombox. I've listened to music for a couple years before I got the shelf systems, and the shelf systems kind of replaced the boombox, and but as a kid, I would have, things would have left me with, listening to stuff on the boombox and seeing what it does, and so I've got that for the studio. I also, office studio, and I also have some wood projects. Right here is actually a table saw jig that I'm making. Basically, there's some key pieces to it that I'm going to show you guys, and I'm going to re-edit some of my videos and see. So this is kind of like laying on the ground, and I cut some spacers. So this one will be like here. There'll be 3 spacers in the middle. And then at first I had the 2x4s, but it kind of was a little too big for like a double jig, and basically it's for a 2x4 and a 2x6, and then after this I could kind of make a separate jig for a 4x4. And also with these 4x4s and my saw, I could adjust like the blade height and stuff, but I'm not sure about the clearance of the motor, which this rail, like the motor is supposed to just slide barely across this rail for the project now, but basically just having two 2x4s like this, you can make a decent straight cut. It's pretty firm, and you know, with the skill saw. So yeah, these skill saws, they're pretty average. I mean, and I've got some lacquer for the wood, and I'm probably gonna work on that. So, and then besides that, I could you know, repair bicycles whenever I get some good parts like tires or inner tubes, and I could repair them inside or outside. So I'm gonna basically show you guys outside pretty soon. I poured the car. I also found this. It's missing like the base, but it's digital too. It's a real nice airspace heater or fan. But I gotta build a base for it. I've got one of these inside the fish room, but the base is missing. But I could try to build one of those somehow. And right there's my kind of like rocky silicone DIY idea. And then everything's pretty much the same with the molding station. So here's a shot of just, you know, the pieces of the storage bin where I left them from the other video. Yeah, so here's kind of like the fish room at this point. I'm actually slowing down until I just basically need to clean this fish tank and then set it up for a good quarantine. This is going to be my quarantine tank. I'm probably going to advise to have like the salt water first, you know, maybe for, you know, inside like a little bucket, and then put alcohol and hydrogen peroxide to clean the outside of the fish in this one. And then get a TDS meter and test the water and things like that. That's basically why this is, you know, on pause, because I got to get the meters $40 at the store, and if it's in stock, but on the internet it's cheaper for, you know, and you know, online purchases are 50-50. It just depends how, you know, how often you do it or something like that, if something happens. But things have happened with me with online purchases, and so I'm a little reluctant and slow to get it online. But if I really have to, and maybe things change, that'll be excellent for what I'm doing on my channel and things. But here's just, you know, a great quarantine tank for alcohol and peroxide. So I'm gonna show you outside real quick. So yeah, so there's that too. So I'm probably gonna try to varnish this right after the video. But here's a good look at something, a DIY table saw. I also found these like storage bins. They actually go onto this. There's 3 little compartments, and the way how someone threw it, I found it, and these things were like tie strapped on the bottom, but I haven't really tested this, but I think they just go like that on these. And one of these came in handy for little scrap pieces of wood. So that's that. Oh shit. So here's some of the piece of wood that I got. The 4x4 is for the table saw jig. Is this? I got it from like a thrown out signpost. So I basically had to move this ficus into this side of the property. This is actually Miracle-Gro and rooting powder, and some of it liked it, I think, but some of it wanted the clean water. So right now it's in clean water, and it gets a little bit of sunlight, like right, you know, here in the in the morning sunlight, and then most of the day it's in the shade. So I'm hoping this starts growing, so, and then I could like successfully repot it. And the way how I like got it, I don't know if it was the first thing, but sometimes the branch nubs could be good for and the water level could be good for trying to get them to grow from clippings. So basically right here is the next day of pouring the smooth on top. This is like 6 bags, and you pour, you spray it down with water, and put the cement and spray that and mix it up, and then you can spread it. The best way to for the last thing before you let it set to dry is to kind of get in the middle, and like a cat kind of like walked right here too. And I have only like 2 bags left, so but I'll just leave it at that, I guess. I don't know. So basically you kind of get in the middle, like right there where I'm pointing at, and then it'll be wet, but it'll get you closer to and then you spray it down, and you'll see little puddles and things, and you basically have to smoothen it as much as you can, like just from like standing in the middle, and you kind of do that on all the sides, and then you kind of like tiptoe out of it and smoothen out the footprints. Other people could use like a rake, a smoothing rake, but this one didn't work for me. I don't know why. It's 2x4 with I actually made this for painting, but that didn't work out for painting either, just because I had an extra handle. But so I'm gonna show you something cool that I found a couple days ago, and I'm probably gonna just upload the stream, and yeah, these plants didn't do that great. I had it in the shade, and they were just in dry dirt on the side of the road, and they just, so that's what happened to that. I don't know what happened actually. So right here is what I found, and it seems pretty cool. It was light. I was walking and somebody put this out, and my idea for this is to find a silicone. I mean, I would use my silicone that I use on tanks, but it's going to take a lot of it, and that's pretty good emergency, because I might silicone rocks together, but so I'm gonna have to probably use like a tile glue or something that's going to make the outer part of this more durable. And I could, when I clean this up, I could probably have a space for it, and the 2 drums that I've got, which I actually put over here. I had to move these to get the cement smoothing done, but like I said, this plastic is pretty durable. I got a little not a hole, but just a weak spot that I got to glue up on this one, and well, just kind of check the bottom. I might even silicone the whole bottom just to make it a little more durable. And I've done that for tubs with roof patch. It's like a black roofing tar, and it's waterproof, but you don't want that stuff inside of your tank. So I'm just working with building materials and DIY repairs. Like I said, I'm gonna slow down on making videos until I get things cleared up and out of the way, and caught up to what I need to start making, and I might need equipment and an assistant or this and that, or just you know, but this is a good point for me to make this video and explain what I'm doing. So thanks, guys. Have a good holiday season. Bye. See you.